Hello there, Sera from 17 once again, introducing you to my Gears of War 3 Raam's Shadow DLC Insane Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Chapter 2 and this is the Darkness Spreads. So when you start this, you're not going to have to play as White Kimbo anymore. We're going to be moving over to Raam, but you have to move up here in lovely slow motion, and you have to watch a cutscene of a corpse smashing a window before that happens. But as soon as you do, you will be onto one of the new mechanics in the DLC, and a fascinating mechanic actually, because it's so out of place, it's actually rather fun. But I'm going to give you a brief overview of what you're supposed to do, and because the Raam sections are extremely well, I wouldn't say tedious, even though I just kind of did. But what I mean is, you move forward, moving objects like I just did, enemies turn up in certain spawn points and you kill them. You get to a section where a dude has to dig a tunnel with his giant hammer, which I have no idea what he's doing. It looks like he's burying a Game Boy. And you have to defend him, and the enemies come from the same points every time, so it's almost like a pseudo tower defense type deal. But Raam can't take cover, so you'll notice I'm getting shot to shit now. Luckily enough, he takes a pounding, he takes a real beating. Unless it's explosives or fire, you'll generally take it really well. And the trick with the krill is, in the top right corner you'll see how much ammo you get for it, you'll see it recharge. And when you fire it, if you hold the trigger and you move your aimer between people, you will chain kill people. The krill will keep flying around. Sometimes you don't need to, but it's better to try and kill as many people with one run as you can, because that way you're not waiting for it to recharge as long. It just seems to be a lot more effective that way. And all you do is kill dudes. This is really easy. Even on Insane, this is easy. The only challenging part is when that door in front of me opens and the flame guys are there. If you're too close to them, you will die really quick. And I actually have a video of me getting killed that way in this run. So if you're interested in seeing all the deaths that I edit out, there's a whole compilation of those for your viewing pleasure in a previous video. But this gives me an opportunity to talk some shit, because I'm known for it and I enjoy doing it. And the first bit of, intellectual feces that I'm going to lay on you is an apology, actually. I've not been uploading over the past few days very frequently. I generally do 1 to 3 videos a day. That's what I pride myself on, that kind of work ethic. And I've actually had a massive deadline that's just hit in my university course, so I've been focusing on that. And I've been doing like 10-hour stints on it and ridiculous stuff, because I left it a little bit too late, unfortunately. But I'm happy with the result, and I can say now that I've actually broken up for Christmas, so I do have, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of holiday now, which is kind of awesome, and it enables me to have some fun again and focus on doing things that I want to do, and hopefully that means I'll be able to put up a few more videos than I have been averaging. So I just, literally, just an apology to the people that support my channel, that follow it, that, need their daily dose of my content, that haven't quite been getting their little crack addiction. Hopefully I'll be bringing the white powder home from the slopes of Colombia, and we'll all be enjoying that shit. We'll be partying our noses off our faces. But and it'll probably be with this guide, because I've got this guide that needs to go up. I've got Shadows of the Dam that's all done. I've got Portal 2 that still needs to be put up. I've got a couple more that's been commentated on that. That was the other side of the fight with the flamethrower guys, where I got to win. And when you move through here, there's going to be a couple guys on troikas, and I think there's a guy with a boom shot, so you just want to be aware of those 2 dudes. Everybody else is cannon fodder, so just enjoy yourself. But yeah, the second topic I want to move on to is the podcast. For anybody listening to this, that this is the first video of mine you've ever seen, and you're thinking, this might be something you want to check out, you might want to get into my channel, and you might want to start watching and listening to some of my stuff. Me and a couple of friends, we do a gaming and general randomness podcast. We've only done 2 episodes of it. It's pretty rough at the moment. We don't really have a good setup where we're all comfortable in what we're doing, but it's still pretty funny and it's still pretty entertaining. And we're wanting feedback from it, because there's been, I think, 250 views on it at this moment in time, and we've got 1 comment from a subscriber of mine who reliably comments on everything, because he's a boss and I love him. But it would be nice to get more diverse opinions on certain areas, like what people want to see, and I'm probably going to put up a separate video to give people an incentive to send in some emails, because we want to do kind of like a Q&A at the end. We want to do, listeners' emails type of thing, so people to ask questions, people to ask us what our opinions are on things, and just add a little bit of, just interactivity with the community that I'm building up here, so, because that would be really, really cool. And at this moment in time, it's getting watched. I assume it's getting watched, but No one's really saying what they feel, and I don't mind if you don't like it. It just, you know, it strives us to make it better. It strives us to try and put more quality into it, trying to make it more concise, because we are our own biggest critics when it comes to putting content up, when it comes to doing anything, because we're passionate guys, and we know that there's certain people on the podcast that need to talk up a little bit more, that need to, you know, try and have better things to say about certain stuff instead of, you know, killing topics and stuff. And we're working on it. We're working on a good balance, and everybody's trying to get comfortable with it, because I'm pretty much the only person that's really done this, you know, talking and putting on the internet bullshit. They're all new to it, and they're eager to see what people think, because they don't have that digital affirmation yet that I do, because I've got a couple subscribers that reliably post stuff, and I value these people as friends because they're helping me, they're supporting me, and they're making it worthwhile doing this. Because I actually got a message on the past video I uploaded asking me why do I do this on Insane, and a lot of it is for me, but at the same time, if I did it on any other difficulty, it wouldn't be interesting to watch. That is the main thing. You do things on the harder difficulty, it forces them to beat the game at its hardest, to beat the game when it had everything stacked against you. It's like the Battle of Thermopylae and you somehow managed to shit on the Persian army. And that is why I do it. I do it for like pride in essence, a lot of it, because I take pride in being able to beat a game when it thinks it's at its, you know, most difficult. And I know some people probably think that that's silly, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Just keep it off my comment section or I'll just remove it. But as you move into this comment, what the fuck is up with me today? Goodness me. As you move into this courtyard, this is a better thing to say, there's going to be a guy on a triker on the top right, there's going to be a bunch of guys on the top left, and just a mass of dudes on the bottom. So just keep going to town, keep doing your Raam thing. A word of warning as well, the butcher guy who has the giant hammer, the Horner or whatever it's called, I just generally call him Barry because he's annoying and I think Barry's a funny name. He can get stuck because the scripting on his path is very set in stone, and because he's the size of a small van, he has problems getting in tight spaces. And if anybody drops a "that's what she said" comment, I already beat you to it, son. But he has problems moving on his path if anything's in his way, and he'll actually just stand chilling like he's doing now when he's clipping against something. So you need to kind of go back and push him a little bit. You have to roll him down the hill. But it's not too bad on your own, I've found. On co-op it can be really difficult because your teammates can clip him as well, and it can just be a world of hurt when everybody's trying to get to the same place and you're all super fat trying to push through a doorway that's super thin. So just be aware of it. But once you've killed those two silverbacks, see what I mean? That mauler is blocking his path. He can't get past him. He finally gets past him. But this is the final section to the Raam part of the level. What's going to happen here is he's going to start burying his Game Boy. Guys are going to come from there. Guys are going to spawn going up to that troika to the left of that opening. And directly behind me to my left is a guy with a boom shot. The boom shot guy is the threat. There he is. If you stand where I'm standing, he has trouble hitting you. He can get you with splash damage, but for the most he'll aim at your team. And all you need to do here is stay exactly where I am and just kill the boom guy, focus on the other guys and wait until the section is over, and you will be back with the white Kimbo Slice in no time. And it's just that simple, really. But a funny thing about this DLC I found was there are certain fights in co-op that are a nightmare, and in solo player they're very simple. But I'll go more into that in the next video, guys, so thanks for watching. I hope it's helping, and you take care now.